All right, ready. How's everybody doing? If you're following me on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube, I appreciate it. If you just stopped by, the stream caught your eye, go ahead and follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you do like this content from Microsoft Flight Simulator. I do pretty regular flights with a virtual airline, typically full VATSIM the whole way, so if you're looking for anything from guidance on flying the Airbus A320 fly-by-wire version, although you can learn, the default version based on the fly-by-wire because it's just more in-depth. So the only difference is I might be doing things in the plane you don't have the ability to there's no functionality for that part of the plane for you. If not, you just don't even worry about it. Also, if you need help with VATSIM, learning how to talk and communicate with air traffic control, we'll be doing that pretty regularly when we do flights and there is coverage online. So for today, right now we have lined up one flight. We're going from Great Falls in Montana, which currently right now I think the winds are like 35 knots, which is going to be crazy for takeoff. That's not even counting gusts. This airport is always horrible for wind. So it's about a 1 hour 10-minute flight to Pasco, Tri-Cities in south central Washington state. And once we're finished with that, we'll be lining up for Pasco, Tri-Cities to Seattle. And then from there, who knows? So we'll be in a much bigger airport. We'll have a lot more options. So let's go ahead and I hope the stream music isn't too loud for you. We're currently in Cold and Dark, sitting outside the airport. Lovely Delta Virtual livery for our A320. Very small airport. Cold and dark, so let's go ahead and get our startup ready. Let's turn my panels on so everything is functional. We'll go ahead and turn on our batteries. Battery 1, battery 2, external power. And we'll turn our switches to nav. Not sure how well you can see. Let's turn up some light here. We'll turn on our pumps. These 6 illuminated buttons right at the top. Crew oxygen supply on. And down here we will arm the emergency exit lights. And turn on the fasten seatbelt and no smoking lights. We're done up here, so we're going to go ahead and go over to our fly pad. If you're flying the default version, you don't have this, so you won't have to worry about it. And we will go ahead and get the jetway and baggage on their way. so we can load up our passengers. Next, we're going to go down to the MCDU and pull up our flight plan from SimBrief, which I've already filed. So we're going from Great Falls to Pasco. Let's go get our perf for our fuel. 5.6 will be our block fuel, so let's go ahead and load that. Next screen, this is our weights. Go ahead and load that. And we're done here. We'll go to init. Same thing, do our little request. Get our to and from. Enter our flight number. Go to page 2. And we'll enter in our block fuel. Oops. Right there. And let's clear that. And get our zero fuel weight just by double clicking. Everything should calculate. There we go. Let me pull up the flight plan real quick so we can see if we have what our trip wind is. Yeah, we have a headwind of 83 knots, which is pretty much tropical storm level winds. Good grief. And there we go. Next we'll go to our our purse page. We'll be taking off in flaps 1. Let's get our takeoff and landing speeds by double clicking these 3. I believe if you're in the default version, you just click it once. And we'll mosey on over to approach phase and take a look at our current METAR data for Pasco. So altimeter is 3004, 17 degrees. So we'll enter those 2 in right there. Next, our wind in Pasco, 280 at 13 knots. Just like that. Transition altitude, 18,000 feet. We'll worry about the barometer later. And we're done there. So next we'll just go to our flight plan. Get our departure ready. And we are departing on runway number 3. There's no SID. It's just a straight out departure. And let's go ahead and get our arrival airport information. We'll be landing on runway 30. So more than likely that is just an RNAV. With Apple. Okay. Should be good. So let's go ahead and switch over to plan right here. Zoom out just a little bit. Angle down. And scroll through our waypoints with the up arrow. And each time we click, it'll bring us to the next waypoint. We're just going to check this flight path to make sure everything is sufficient for a landing. So yeah, we'll be passing the airport, going around, and coming in for a final right that way. Let's get a little bit more light. All right. So all that's good. Our local altimeter 2972. So let's go ahead and change that. Just like that. We're gonna, after departure, we're gonna go ahead and climb and maintain 10,000 feet for a little bit, and then head on up to our final altitude level, which will be 320, so 32,000 feet. Going to switch us back to arc and back down for the moment. All right, we are good for right now. All we have to do is start up the airplane, do the pushback. We have no air traffic control in this area right now, so we'll just pretend that we have all our clearances and go ahead and send the jetway back. All the passengers are loaded, and we'll get our flight attendants to ready the passengers.
Welcome aboard, everyone. Before we get moving, please be sure to fasten your seatbelt.
Now, while they are doing that, we're going to go ahead and get this plane started. So we'll get our APU bleed on, APU master switch, and start. Let's go ahead and turn on our heat. Down here, ignition to start, and we'll wait for our APU to warm up.
We request that all portable electronic devices, such as mobile phones or laptops, be either turned off or put in airplane mode at this time. This is because these devices may interfere with the
Really appreciate you guys watching. No matter where you're watching, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, I appreciate you all just the same. You guys make this stream possible. If nobody watched, I wouldn't do this. So.
If you have any questions about this flight today, don't hesitate to ask myself.
Really, I do this just to provide a little bit of entertainment and educational as far as simulators go. It teach what I know, and I love learning from other people. So if you guys see me doing anything wrong, you know, feel free to let me know. I don't mind at all criticism. So just keep it clean. I'm not perfect, so you ain't got to call me names. Alright. APU is ready, so we're going to go ahead and switch to engine 2. And that's going to spool up. And we'll be taking off from runway 30, which is right over there. And this takeoff is probably going to be pretty squirrely with 30 plus mile an hour. Right here it's saying 28, but when I loaded in it said 38 or 35, something like that. Well over 30. So I'm not sure if I can keep it over the runway, but we'll get it off the ground at least. All right, engine 1. It's almost started, so we're going to go ahead and slide our throttle over, first of all. Disengage our parking brake, and we will start our pushback. Just like so. You guys feel free to comment. Love chatting with you guys live, so if you're watching, just drop a hello. Looks like I need to update this mod, but it's currently still working, so we'll go ahead and go with it. Alright, let's get our speed going now.
Welcome aboard the flight. Make sure your seatbelt is fastened. Return your seat back to trays in their full upright position. Also, please turn off all electronic devices. Thank you.
We'll go ahead and turn on our taxi lights. Still kind of acting like I have my... Oh. To go a little bit faster. That's really slow there. There we go. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. Probably not recommended to back up there, so we will just follow this. ahead and give her a sharp turn. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and send that tug back. Start engine 2. Could have started it beforehand. I like to save a little bit of gas. We can taxi with one engine. So as soon as he gets out of the way, I'll go ahead and give her a little fuel. And we will start moving. Now with only one engine up, I do have to keep a little bit of throttle on. It won't stay rolling by itself, but still we're only using one engine, so a little bit more fuel efficient. Doesn't take very long for engine 1 to come online.
If I can get everyone's attention, we will now review safety information regarding
Safety
the flight
crew, or the crew's giving the
Seatbelt sign
safety
on the
speech.
thing, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fitting, one into the other, and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. You can release your seatbelt by lifting the upper portion of the
Hope you guys
button.
enjoy the flight.
Prefer that
A little
you
bit
keep your seatbelt
cloudy,
fastened throughout the
but
flight.
we'll be above that pretty soon.
There are several emergency exits throughout this plane. Please take a
Hey,
moment
puppy.
to locate your closest exit. In
Why are
some
you chewing on the
cases,
carpet?
Your nearest exit might be behind
Yeah, I'm
you.
talking to you.
If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you toward the available exit.
Have a new dog.
Doors can be opened by
My girlfriend has
holding
2
the handle in
chihuahuas,
the direction of
and
the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable
one of them had
slide
puppies.
attached and used as a life
They're not
raft.
related.
Oxygen
So
and air pressure are always
they have puppies
monitored
every once in a
throughout
while,
the
and
flight. If
we give them away to
decompression
friends
occurs,
and
an oxygen mask will fall from the ceiling
good
in front of you.
homes, but there
To
was
start
a
the flow of
one
oxygen, pull the mask toward you
that
and place it firmly over your mouth
seemed to be
and nose.
born with,
Secure the elastic
I don't think it was
band
really a
behind
birth
your head.
defect,
Breathe
but it was the
normally.
runt.
It might seem like the bag isn't
So
inflated,
it didn't
but
do very
oxygen
good. I had
fills
to
the
keep
mask.
him separated.
Traveling with a
Didn't
child
think he
or
was gonna
someone
make
who
it,
needs help, please
but he
secure your
did.
own mask first. After that,
And
the other
the only thing
person
wrong with him really is
keep your mask on until a crew
little
member
soft
advises
spot.
you to remove it. In the
didn't
event of
quite
emergency,
heal like it
please
should
continue
have.
bracing position. Lean
Didn't
forward
close
with
up
your
all the
hands on
way.
top
So
of
there's
your
a
head
little
and
bit
your
of a
elbows
hole
against
there.
your thighs.
Let's go ahead and get our ignition
Ensure
back to
your
normal.
feet are flat on the floor.
This plane's just going to sit
Left
here
side
because
of the
it's
remote control
AI,
pouch under your seat between
and it
the
will not
armrests.
move.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the
So
bag. Flip it over your head and bring the straps around your waist. Adjust the straps at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly
we will
on the
pretend
red
it's
cord
not
to
even
the
there.
aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece. Also use the whistle and light to
As
attract
we
attention.
line up for
Your
this
seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the
takeoff.
seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Electronic devices like phones and laptop computers may be used only when the seatbelt sign is off and when permitted by the crew. Mobile phones must remain off throughout the flight. Remember that this
Yeah,
is
look at
not
that
a smoking
crosswind
flight.
right there.
Also, damaging the smoke detectors
Just
is not
directly
reported and
over
prohibited
the
by law.
runway.
You will find all safety information in a card located in the seat pocket in front of you. It is recommended that you read it before we take off.
Alright,
If you have any questions, please ask myself or another crew member.
Gonna
Hope
check
you
our
enjoy your flight.
ailerons, our rudders, our air brake. Alright, everything seems good. So let's go ahead and get lined up a little bit better, and we will go ahead with our takeoff. Fairly short runway, so I am going to put it in Togo. Yeah, it's really pulling to the left with that wind. And we'll go ahead and rotate. Ooh, it threw me up with that. As soon as that wind went under their wings, oh my goodness. Alright, we are pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get away from the airport a little bit before I make my right-hand turn. Back on track. Let's go ahead and raise flaps up. And we'll drop throttle down to CL. Now all that little alarm, just for that little button. Now everything's green. Alright. Let's go ahead and make that turn. Get back up to 10 degrees. There we go. Degree turn, 10-degree climb. About a 45-degree angle on our path. Level her back out. Still climbing. Climbing fast, we're already 7,300 feet. We'll go ahead and zoom out to about 40 nautical miles. And we're on nav mode. Go ahead and engage our autopilot. It's gonna be nice and sunny above this cloud cover. I don't know about y'all, but I just absolutely love this simulator. Right.
Gentlemen, now use electronic devices. As soon as we reach our cruising altitude, the flight attendants will be coming by with a drink cart. Now relax and have a great flight.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head on up to our flight level, which is 320. Yeah, we're gonna go about 1,200 feet per minute. Initially, anyways. Let's go look at our map. Let's get it synced up to where we are. Alright, everything looks good. So if you notice, like right up here, we have this extra little bar that just gives us some flight information for y'all to follow along with, so you'll know what our ETA is, how fast we're going, how high we are, that kind of information. You'll also see when we land, there will be a pop-up like right in the middle of the screen that shows our landing rate, basically how soft or hard we touch down. Try to keep that under 250. Here, puppy. Come here. Look at the mirrors. He could fly. Whoop. This is Chico. He does that. Sit there, he'll lick, but he won't actually touch you. Sometimes he will. Come here. Oop. This is Daddy. So Chico's his son. His name is Paco. Paco and Chico. And Mama, she's downstairs. She does her own thing. Her name is Lickles. And we named her that because when we first got her, she was just a licking machine. So all she would do is just constantly lick. And now she really doesn't. So, trying to figure out why. We're not gaining speed like we should. Auto throttle's on. Turn it off real quick. D10's not calibrated. Idle. Climb. Flex. Togo. Okay, now we're working fine. We just have a lot of headwind. A lot. So I'm probably gonna have to drop her down to about 900 feet per minute, just so we can gain some speed, fighting a lot of wind. $16,000 feet. Not a whole lot to see right now until we get through these clouds. Then, unfortunately, there won't be a lot to see either because you get to see the tops of the clouds. But a little more pretty than this, so I'm starting to get some breaks. Yeah, I just noticed that too. Y'all don't say nothing. Yeah, I know. I forgot to put up the landing gear. Oh, cut me some slack. I haven't flown in 5 days. We've all done it. Yeah, that might have had something to do with why I couldn't pick up speed. Too much drag. Alright, we're about at speed set now. So. So we got Denver Center online. Excuse me for one moment while I pull up the live map. So we're right here, and we're flying to just about right here. South central Washington. Yep, that'll closer to the river. And then we'll be headed from there to Seattle. And then, depending on how many viewers we get between now and Seattle, I'll throw up a poll and let you guys pick where we go next. So basically, I just went through a list of Delta flights that are about an hour 20 to an hour and 40 minutes long from Seattle. So that'll be Calgary, Canada. Oop, got a little blurry there for a second. We could fly up to Calgary. We could fly down to Sacramento's a little bit over 2 hours, but I might be able to swing that. If you guys want to go to Boise, Idaho, or I'd be able to squeeze out 2 small flights if you guys want to fly to Victoria, and then, you know, another flight after that. That's about an hour long. I like to keep the flights fairly short because I like the actual flying part. So it's really not entertaining to be in a cruise for 5 or 6 hours on a long flight. For me, anyway. So I'd rather put her up, put her down, put her up, put her down. I just keep hopping to the same destination. Might take a little longer to get there, but for me it's a lot more fun. And that's what it's all about. We're over 19,000 feet, so seems to be fairly smooth. I'm going to turn off our seatbelts. Just a little bit of movement going through these clouds, but nothing too major. You see it a lot more up the front because the nose moves a lot more than the center of the plane, where all the passengers are. So, unless you're in the far back lavatory, it can kind of get a little bumpy back there. But that's all right. We got flight attendants to clean the seats. You want some scratches? Still working with the puppy. He'll come up the stairs, no problem. Downstairs, it's a different story. So once he's up here until I encourage him down the stairs. So I just push him a little bit. He'll hop down eventually. Appreciate you stopping by if you're watching the stream. I apologize, we don't have a better view right now. There's nothing I can do about that. 20,000 feet. So we've been in this cloud cover for about 8,000 feet. We should be getting out of it fairly soon. Ooh, that was a little bumpy. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn our seatbelt signs back on. Just till we get over these clouds. Coming through them now. Hey, what's up, Corey? Saw you were just streaming a little while ago. I watched for a while, then I had to set up. I already had this one scheduled. I'm going to try to fly around 7 o'clock my time for most of my scheduled flights. We're almost out of these clouds. A little bit higher. Yeah, I typed in your chat. I noticed that you're like Anchorage to Los Angeles. That's quite a haul. How long did that take you in total? About 4 or 5 hours. Four hours, 20 minutes. That's not too bad. Did you fly the whole way, or did you speed up the sim? And if you flew the whole way, what'd you manage to do for 4 hours? That's a lot of cruise time to fill with chatter. Whew. I got this stream finally set up to I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so hopefully I can get a few more viewers. I hear you. Oh, is that why it said no mic? Said like no mic, no chat, just good views or something. I looked in and the only view I had was like the floorboard. So I don't think you'd notice where you left the camera view and you left. That's funny, man. Alright, let's go ahead and reset our altimeter to 2992. You gonna do any more flying today, or are you gonna stream something else? Oh, okay. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, that's a good opportunity to do some things around the house. I'm only going to have about a 30 to 45 minute cruise time. A little going from Great Falls, Montana to Tri-Cities, Washington. Okay. You setting up your own place? Or looking anyways? Oops. All right, bro, take it easy. I'll catch you later tonight. That's a good guy in the chat. If you Emperor C Note, he's also a streamer. He is the one that got me into streaming, actually. Much better than I am. He also streams Microsoft Flight Simulator, Farming Sim 19. He'll be streaming Farming Sim 2020 when that drops, and just a few other games, Dead by Daylight, playing Age of Empires also. So make sure you go over to his stream, check him out, give him a follow, or head to his YouTube channel. He's a really good guy. All right, 27,900 feet. 28,000, still a little bumpy. We've got 4,000 feet to go. Let's see where we are on the map. Yeah, we got no star for this airport, so we're gonna have to determine when we need to do our descent. So I can quickly pull up the calculator. Alright, we're going to be at 32,000. Let's subtract. Let's look at the airport. Oh, already got the chart. Just pop that up right there. And zoom in as soon as it'll let me. There we go. Airport elevation is 410 feet above sea level. So we got a minus. So we're actually 31,590 feet above the airport. Based on sea level, we need to descend that much. So we will try to remember how to do it. So descend 94 miles from the airport. And that's at a descent rate of 2,400 feet per minute. So that's an ear-popping descent right there. So when we have our waypoint for the airport here, and we're 94 nautical miles away from it, we'll start our descent. That'll be our top of approach, or top of descent. Damn, bro. Ooh. That's big news, man. But I don't know the situation, but, you know, if it's for the best, it's for the best. But yeah, you got your priorities straight, you know. Just take care of your daughter and work on your streaming career. That's fine, man. Hey, that's good. Yeah, I after my divorce, yeah, my credit went to shit too. Just because, you know, I quit paying for her shit, which a lot of it was in both of our names, so it hurt my credit too, but I just let all those accounts go to hell, and then I waited for the time limit. And now my credit's good enough to get a house loan, so I'm working on that now for the house I'm in. That's cool, man. I really hope it works out for you, too. That'd be an awesome career to have. I'm too old to get started on that. If I started flight school now and worked my way into an airline, you know, I'd be 45, 50 years old before I even started. I'm already 41, so. How old are you, man? You're pretty young, ain't you? Mid-20s? You're 30, man. So you waited till you were like, what, 28 to have a kid? Was your daughter, what, about 2, 3? How old is she? I had my daughter when I was 22. Just about 22. Yeah, she's 19 now, so. She's already made me a grandfather. Do I look like a grandpa? My daughter's, she's done some schooling, didn't stick with it, but she's supposed to be going back now for, she wants to design, make computer games, do coding and all that stuff. That's her dream. But she keeps letting boys get in the way of it. Instead of doing what she wants to do, she'll put her life on hold for some boyfriend, and that just pisses me off. But it's her life, so it's just annoying. Ooh, we just got some. Why in the hell is Jacksonville? Or no, that's not Jacksonville. Who just came online? Let's refresh. JAC, not JAX. Alright, alright. We still got no ATC though, unfortunately. So we got 3 viewers now. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the stream. If you like Microsoft Flight Simulator content, if you're on Twitch, watching on Twitch, make sure you follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. I do flights about 3 days a week, up to 5 days a week, just depending on how it goes. Minimum 3. So I'll fly usually Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, and another day during the week if I have time. Simulator's just gorgeous. You can drop a hello. If you're not subscribed to me or friended or following, if you follow now, you'll get credit right down below. Your name will show up there. Always follow back, so you get some mutual love when you follow this channel. Short hop, in case you're just tuning in, from Great Falls, Montana to Tri-Cities, Washington. Pasco Airport. And then from Pasco, we'll be heading on to Seattle. That's about a 45-minute flight. And I think we do have VATSIM controllers online in Seattle, so we'll get some vectors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning the descent phase of our flight. Please make sure your
that
seat
information
back and tray tables are in their full upright position. Ensure that your luggage is stowed below the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Keep all electronic devices turned off until we arrive safely at the gate. Thank you.
And this route is so bumpy. It started my descent. It thought I was descending. Alright, so let's go ahead and... because I would be hitting the star right about here. So, no, I'm going to wait a little bit because we're still quite a ways. We're not even in Washington yet. We're in Idaho. We'll get it ready. We're going to be dropping down to initially 10,000. We'll be past the mountain ranges. Yeah, 8,600. Yeah, we'll be dropping down to about 10,000. So we got 10,000 set here already. And vertical speed, we'll be driving 2,400 feet per minute. But I'm going to wait till we get to this waypoint here. So, Ofino, 21 nautical miles. Oop, wrong button. Yeah, let's change his music, if you don't mind. Let's get something else playing. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and start our descent. To 10,000 feet at 2,400 feet per minute. And that should be good enough not to pick up speed as we descend. And I will be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
18,000 feet. $10,000.
We're back and we're at 10,000 feet, and I have the feeling it's way too early. No, actually, not too bad. Let's
10,000
trying to find some other kind of music to hook up for the stream. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little too rocky. Yeah, let me find something different. See, transition altitude for approach is 18,000. I don't know why it doesn't automatically change like it should. Alright, bringing her around. Let's drop her down. 4,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
Let's go ahead and pull up our approach chart. $4,800, $4,700. All right.
$2,500.
Yeah, we came down a little too early, so let's head back up. It's 4,000. And dial our speed down. To 220. Alright, now down to about 1600. And reduce our speed once again to 180. We'll drop to flaps 1. Right about now.
$2,500. $2,500. $2,500. $2,500.
And our local altimeter 3004. Alright, we're on our turn. Let's go ahead and take her down to flaps 2. And landing speed. It's 137, but we'll keep it around 140. There's no glide slope capture here, so we'll be taking it manually. Alright, drop flaps 3. Got a little bit of wind here, but I believe it's pretty much a headwind. So once we get lined up, disengage our autopilot. Let's go and drop the flaps full. Get over just a little bit more. Get her lined up. Yeah, it's a little bit of a crosswind, so. Go ahead and gear down.
$1,000.
Here we go.
500.
Just trying to gauge his wind,
400.
because we do have to come in at a slight angle.
300.
200.
200.
100.
100.
There we go. Looking good.
50.
50.
40.
40.
30.
30.
20. Retard.
20. 10.
And put the nose down. A little bit of. We have to go all the way to the end of the runway on this one. It's a very soft touchdown. Very nice. Go ahead and put our flaps up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. At that point, we will have parked at the gate and it will be safe for you to get up. Check around your seat for any personal belongings. Use caution when opening overhead bins, as luggage may have moved around during the flight. If you need assistance when deboarding, please remain seated until everyone else has exited. We would be happy to help you. On behalf of the crew, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on this flight. We look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a great day.
Taxi lights on. All right, let's pull up this airport chart. Doesn't look like any. We got terminals, but I don't know if they have jetways or if this is just a airport that sees small jets, little regional jets. Find out. We'll go ahead and get her parked and take a short intermission while I set up the next flight to Seattle. Now, I don't know if you guys caught that, what my landing rate was. It says touchdown at 218 feet per minute. It's pretty good as long as we keep her under 250. That's always my goal. Why in the hell is that building on the taxiway? No, we do have some jetways. Fantastic. Let me get an outside view so I can find out where we are supposed to park. I don't think it loaded a spot for us. I don't see any ground crew. So, we will just pick a spot here. What is that, just one jetway? I wonder if I can call for stairs here. No, doesn't look like anything. All right, we're going to take a short intermission and set up the flight for Seattle. We'll be back in just a few minutes.